What is up, guys? It's Guiltspire here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Where we last left off, we were finishing up some of the side quests, though there are some that we simply cannot complete. Plunder on High. So I need to figure out how I can get the remaining Aether Currents. I'd imagine just by completing the MSQ. At least that would be my initial thought. With that being said, though, we are going to continue the MSQ and see what it has in store for us. I also have to eventually do knocking on Heaven's Door. But in order to do that, I need to make it level 50 of Palace of the Dead. So that'll be a hot minute before we are able to do that. But what I'll do to make this go a little bit quicker, once we're in deeper water, let's dive. Let's jump on our mount. And we'll be able to very speedily make our way over. Make sure you get as close as possible to the shore. Perfect. And I think now we are actually going to end up going to Zanxia, where we are going to be working with Gosetsu. Alright. Speaking of Gosetsu. You did well, Rose. Were it not for the tremendous strength and bravery of you and yours, many innocent souls would have suffered terrible fates. Though I knew the Confederacy would be loath to meet the Imperials in battle, I also knew that if any could win them over, it would be you. Truly, yours is a heroic spirit that inspires men to rise above their circumstances, to strive for something greater. It will be an honor to travel with you again. That's a lot of trust you have in me there, Gosetsu. Now then, let's not squander the Confederacy's gift. Zanxia and my countrymen await. There's a tunnel to the southwest. We need but follow it to reach our destination with me. I wonder if that's the tunnel that we saw that was caved in. Quote unquote caved in, mind you. So joining area. Okay, so that's the joining area there. Perfect. Yeah, I want to say this is that end over here, the two adjoining areas. I think that also goes to Zanxia. No, it actually doesn't. This is a different area. The Azim Steppe. Interesting. Let's travel on through now that this pathway is no longer blocked. As a reminder, we do have about 2 hours for Final Fantasy XIV, so we'll get through as much of the MSQ as we can, while also doing all the side quests while we do. Meanwhile, on the shores of Authard, we're going to see Name Day. Name Day in Yotsuba? Yotsubu? I'm blanking out on her name. Oh no, Red Kojin. Yotsuyu. It's definitely Yotsuyu stuff, right? No way it's not.
We cannot rest here for long. This place is not safe.
What's all
We
this?
have no worries if thieves can breach our...
Oh.
Nevertheless, it is our duty to protect these treasures, and we shall not fail for want of effort.
Okay, so they're trying to relocate their treasures because we,
This is why you abandoned your posts. And without a word of explanation at that. Rather thoughtless of you, was it not?
Uh-oh. Yep, there's Name Day in Yotsuyu.
Yotsuyu, pray forgive us our absence, but our home was under attack, our vaults plundered by outsiders.
It was reverse thievery, okay?
Did you even pause to consider the possibility that it might be a diversion? What is the point of contracting your services if you are not here when they are required?
Twice over, mind you.
It is my solemn charge to bring these vermin to heel. To torment them, body and soul, until all they hold dear is as bitter ashes in their mouths.
So what We still need to
You go and ruin everything!
we still need to figure out why she has such a hate for the Domans. I mean, it could just be blind, ignorant hate, right?
There's naught to be gained in belaboring the point. All that remains is to administer your punishment.
It could be blind, ignorant hate, but for some reason it doesn't feel that way based on previous cutscenes, right?
My lady!
I think they dead. Oh, they broke the treasures. So beat them up, then broke the treasures, I see. The Gojin do seem to value their treasures.
No, it's no good. There's just no joy in it. No release.
She also just seems to
There
enjoy
needs
bringing
be
pain to
some
people.
Investment. There were negligent imbeciles deserving of punishment, but it was hardly personal. 10,000 such Korjin could not satisfy me half so well as a single Doma.
So yeah, she has some major hate against the Domans. A katana. Why does that draw your eye so? I will say it looks quite nice.
And what do we have here? One of the vaunted treasures of the Red? The craftsmanship is certainly impressive. Mayhap we can use it to make amends.
Is there a thought to use it to frame the Kojin of the
How long
Red?
before Lord Xenos reinstates me, do you reckon? I've got unfinished business back in Eorzea.
No, you don't, Name Day.
Is serving me really so unbearable? At least pretend to enjoy it, you witless lump! If you are so desperate to earn a way back to Eorzea, then be quiet and do as you're told. And bring that sword while you're at it.
Yeah, I'd recommend not questioning Yotsuyu. Though, to be honest, your better option is to defy her, become a traitor, and do her head in at this point. I do not foresee a good ending to Name Day there. So where are we going now? So we're here. Okay, so we actually have made our way to Doma now. To Zangxia. Yangxia.
I remember the silence. How the talking stopped when we first set foot on the plains of Yansha.
Yangsha. Like Yamcha. Yangsha. It looks rather peaceful, though for some reason I feel like that is not the case.
Before us stood yet another wall, and through a great Magitech field we glimpsed Doma Castle. I'll never forget the sight, or the anger I felt that day. Life, liberty, hope, so much lost, so much taken. As we walked through that war-torn land, no one said a word.
Yangsha. I literally just heard it. Yamcha. Yangxia. Yangxia? It's not Yangxia. We just went over this. It's Yangsha. There we go. Yes, this is far enough. Ere we proceed further, I should speak of Yanxia and what became of her, of what lies beyond the great wall at the heart of Doma. And we should be glad to hear it, but it is wise for us to have this conversation here on the road out in the open. Once your caution would be warranted, but no longer. Xenos does not linger after he crushed the rebellion. He appointed Yotsuyu to act in his stead and quit these lands for fresh sport. The acting viceroy was no less merciless than her master. Without warning, her men would march into villages and search for radical elements, killing and torturing any who dare resist, and then as quickly as they had come, they left. Satisfied that the memory of the purges would keep the people in line, she relaxed her grip on Jiangxia. What need for the leash when the dog is broken? The village of Namai lies to the west, though I doubt the Imperials are present. Let's proceed with caution. Namai. I'm gonna chocobo. I should also extract some material. Oh, I can't do all mounted, right? Yanxia tiger. Yanxian tiger. Ooh, there should probably be Aether currents out here, shouldn't there? The west. Okay, so it's pretty far off here. There's Gosetsu. There she is, the humble village of Namai. How delicious her rice, how sweet her persimmons. Too long has been since I saw her with my own eyes, and, for mercy, the Imperials appear to be absent. This is still 265 years, so my gear's still better. Let no man claim that I'm reckless. Prudence has ever been my watchword. Rose, venture closer if you would, and confirm that there are no soldiers looking about. Nanohana. Now keep in mind, though there may not be soldiers, there does not mean that there aren't people loyal to the Garleans and or fearful enough to not rat us out to them. Or actually sell us out in the grand scheme of things.
We may be in luck. I don't see a single Imperial soldier.
Honestly, that's more scary than if we did. We definitely don't look suspicious or anything.
Then there is no need to remain hidden. Let us go and greet them as friends.
They may not see us as the same, Gosetsu.
I'm going too.
I mean, why wouldn't we all go? Question mark.
Good people of Namai, hearken to me. We come in peace and desire only information to learn of recent events.
Isn't that the general?
Lord Gosetsu, can we preserve your right? He lives.
Namai. So it is Namai. There are some concerns in the populace, it would seem.
I say, brothers and sisters, is aught amiss? Why do you regard me as one with a wild beast? Why is there fear in your eyes? Why do you tremble so? Ah, but of course, you fear me a vengeful spirit of the dead. Rest assured, naught could be further from the truth. For am I not corporeal? Are my feet not firmly set upon the ground?
Yeah, that's not the concern there, Gosetsu.
What should we do? If they catch him here, you know what will happen.
Yep, there it is!
All the times for him to turn up. Has the old fool lost his mind?
Not even those that are necessarily loyal to the Imperials, but those that are fearful enough to inform them of Gosetsu's presence.
You! But why
have you come here? What do you want from us?
I know not who you are to speak thus to your elders, boy, but mine only desire is to be received with the hospitality owed a humble traveler, not the fear and trepidation one might afford a wrathful shade.
What you going on about? Actually, never mind, just come with me, now!
Interesting. The sight of people who have lost a lot to war and tyranny, to say the least. Things are not as simple as they seem. I don't know who you people think you are, but do you have any idea what would happen to us if you were found in our village? Again, you address us with unwarranted spite. I have let you impropriety pass until now, but no longer. Who are you, boy, to speak to me thus? Know you not who I am? I am Issei of Namai, a farmer, like my father before me and his father before him. I wouldn't expect a man like you to know who I am, but I know you. We all do. Lord Kaien's retainer and leader of the rebellion, Gosetsu, notorious fugitive, wanted dead or alive by the Empire. Is that what this is all about? I am hardly the first man to earn the ire of the Empire, nor will I be the last. Was not Namai home to brave and true warriors who fought beneath our banners for king and country? That was until they were killed. They fought and they died, every last one, and then the Imperials came looking for more because of them. They were this close to killing us all, to burn our village to the ground. We've only just begun to enjoy some semblance of peace. Never again, do you understand? We've had enough of you and yours. Wherever it is you're plotting, leave us out of it. Yep, that was unfortunately what I thought. Impassioned as his pleas may be, surely he must know that I cannot leave things as they are. But for now, I shall respect his wishes. You must continue on towards our final destination, the House of the Fierce, proud headquarters of the Doman Liberation Front. There's a secret entrance to the north of Namai, by way of a small spring. Come, I will show you. I have a feeling that it is not there. That the people of Namai may have sold them out in favor of their own peace, which... peace under tyranny is more than what can be said for no peace at all. So I can understand that that want to be as far distanced and removed as possible from everyone else involved in the Doman Liberation Front. I almost forgot about that, so I'm glad that I didn't. Let's also double check our Aether Compass. So it is further out to the west. I imagine we'll head on that way soon enough. Looks like it's down here. Okay, let's go Setsu. Oh, do we dive down under? That's actually pretty cool. This way, must dive into the water. Have no fear, Rose. It's but a short distance. You do not hold your breath for long. Well, the good news is we can breathe underwater now. I guess Gosetsu was not there for that, to be fair. Oh, interesting. Ladder up thereafter. There's another aetheryte here. Valley of the Fallen Rainbow. Liberation Front Guard. I'm surprised that this is still here, though Gosetsu seems to be a little worse for wear. How invigorating! Congratulations, my friend. You are come to the House of the Fierce. So that is still a 265 gear, so nope. You are Rosant, are you not? We were told of your coming. Heroes of Eorzea, we are the Doman Liberation Front, are honored to receive you. If you'd be so good as to follow me. What do you know who I am? I mean, maybe Gosetsu mentioned it. Also, that aetheryte is very much broken.
This is the House of the Fierce. But there are so few of them.
I imagine things went awry.
Many kindred spirits remain in hiding following the rebellion. Many others gave their lives for their nation. We are a stubborn remainder. Even accounting for our comrades in the field, we are at a fraction of our former strength, 'tis true. Yet we few are patriots. Brothers in arms, prepared to fight with every fiber of our being to set our people free.
Seems reminiscent of Alamigo in that way.
Ever are we hopeful that others will join our cause, but never did I dream that you would journey so far.
Nugiri!
Yukiri! Gods, it's good to see you. You look great, by the way. Have you been here long?
I returned but recently, having concluded my mission. Oh, it is good to see you again, my friends.
Did I hear aright? Your mission is concluded? Then you have found the young master.
I imagine there's ill tidings.
Speak of that, I would know by what fortuitous circumstance our friends came to be here.
Well, you see, we tried to start a war in Alamigo.
The Empire's crimes are all too familiar. Lys, my heart goes out to your people.
We wanted to stay and fight, believe me, but we knew it wouldn't work. We needed more time to rebuild, and more allies to stand with us against the Empire. So we decided to come here and help you free Doma. To show everyone that you're not alone, and that the Garleans can be beaten if we work together. I'd like to think we proved that in the Ruby Sea.
Let's see how long the Confederacy lasts.
Besides, needless to say, your assistance would be most welcome.
Here, here. Now then, Yugiri, you must tell me of your search for our master.
I was right in my suspicions.
Lest you wonder, he speaks of Lord Hien, son of Lord Cayenne, who perished during the rebellion. When it became clear that all hope of victory had gone, Lord Hien bade us deliver as many of our people as we could to safety beyond our borders. But as his father's heir, he was determined to fight on, and so he did, until he suffered a grievous wound in battle and vanished without a trace. Until now. For I have found Lord Hien, seen and spoken with him, on the Azim steppe.
Sounds like our next place to go.
And merciful Kami, the young master lives. Tell me, was he well? Did his wound yet ail him? Where is he now? Have you brought him back to us?
That's a lot of questions there, Gosetsu.
You may take comfort in the knowledge that he is hale and whole. However, when I invited him to return with me to Doma, he had this to say.
Not interested, bye!
If Doma yet thirsts for the blood of patriots and tyrants, I shall offer unto her my blade. But if she has had her fill of bitter draughts, I shall offer unto her conquerors my head. Thrice did I declare to him that no true son or daughter of Doma would ever accept such a sacrifice. But for all my passion, he would not be swayed. Learn the truth of her heart and return to me, he said. And so I left him.
You'd rather not bring Doma into another war if it meant that they did not want to fight, as we are seeing in Namai.
The mantle of leadership too soon. Yet there is wisdom in them all the same. If the people no longer yearn to be free, it would be folly to rekindle the fires of war.
We saw it very clearly in Namai.
To suffer our master, to surrender his life and forsake all hope of freedom is by far the greater folly. I will not go to face my fallen comrades having done naught to stop it.
Nor I, Shadow Walker, nor I. But we need not rouse our comrades to battle this day. Let us instead welcome our honored guests and allow them a moment of respite.
Rome wasn't built in a day, neither was a liberation front. Interesting that it shows an aetheryte here, but very clearly there is not. So to be fair, we're in a different place. Huh, interesting. As you can see, they went to great lengths to disable the aetheryte. Apparently, in the twilight days of the rebellion, they feared that Xenos would be willing to risk sending unattuned conscripts. They said it is hardly irreversible. They have the necessary materials. It would be a challenge to repair it alone, but mayhap with my brother's help. Oh, a cutscene. You should hear this, Rose. He was just telling me about Xenos and the rebellion. What you have to understand is that it was not a simple matter of numbers. The bulk of the 12th never even took the field. It was Xenos' stratagem that won the war. They were unlike anything we had ever seen. His formations were unorthodox, bewildering. We honestly thought we had him on the back foot. One moment we were pressing home our advantage, the next we were surrounded and at his mercy. And then he stood before us, his conquered prey, alone and unarmed. He beckoned us to come forward and fight for our lives. Interesting. One by one, my comrades charged, fearless and unflinching. He would dance amidst their blades for a time, and then draw close as if to embrace. One after another, he made us watch. Do you understand? He made us watch. What kind of monster enjoys killing people? I do not think there was any joy in it, nor justice, nor morality, nor meaning. To him, the weight of one life is no different than that of 1,000. A challenge had been issued and was accepted, but on finding us no challenge at all, his objective changed. There were tales of Imperial soldiers being flayed for slaughtering families, or breaking brave men's spirits. Only later did I come to understand why. He did not desire obedience, he desired hate, and men consumed by it. A new battle, a new enemy, a new challenge. The hunt, I am told he called it, a hunt without end. And when all our best lay dead and broken, he left. He left, muttering that we had bored him. But our weapons, at least, held his interest, for he took a fallen samurai sword, having grown fond of it. Since that day, he has ever wielded far eastern blades. He is said to be fascinated by ones with storied histories, and so soldiers who seek to curry his favor often present those of defeated enemies as gifts. Similar to the one that Yotsuyu grabbed. It's like it's all a game to him. People are suffering, dying, and he's collecting swords? We all feel the same, but my lady, you must understand. On the battlefield, reasons do not matter. The victor is not the just, but the strong. The strong become the heroes of the tale. We were not strong enough. It is not sufficient to be right, but to be just. Without strength, our past has but one end. History is written by the victors, and at the end of the day, the winner of any battle and or war is the one who rings the bell that ends it all, not the one who lays defeated. Yep, a brief respite is in order. Were I 20 years younger, these wounds would not warrant a second glance. Alas, no samurai has the strength to defeat the villain old age. But what say you to the House of the Fierce? Compared to your Rising Stones, I can see it may seem somewhat lacking. But it has been a haven these past 10 years to all who would set Doma free. Regrettably, our efforts in that time have come to little and less. When the Emperor died, we were so sure the hour of our liberation was at hand, but Xenos soon put paid to that, with the aid of Yotsuyu and the secrets she sold. Yotsuyu and the secrets she sold. So she was once either part of the Doman Liberation Front or a Doman herself, and who turned traitor for whatever reason. Rosa, I do hope you have taken this opportunity to rest and recover. It is well that you spoke of one of the survivors of the massacre. To defeat one's foe, one must first understand his true nature. As the Alamegan resistance has struggled, so too has the Doman Liberation Front. More so, perhaps, given the precarious position in which we find ourselves in the wake of our doomed rebellion. We are few and our enemies legion. We are weak and they strong. Yet with your help, I believe that there is little we cannot achieve. I only hope the depth of our predicament has not shaken your commitment to our cause. Their victory will be ours. No, no, I relish a challenge. Not so long as I can expect a... Nah. Aye, that it will. With the hero of Eorzea on our side, we cannot lose. About that, I did in fact lose a battle recently, pretty handily, mind you. So just a pre-warning there. 265 gear. Before I forget, let's extract some materia. Hey, what's up, Liquid? How you doing today, bud? Hopefully you're doing well. But alright, can't complain. Now then, I should be glad to discuss our next course of action. Though now that I think on it, I myself been away from Doma for some time, and even after my return, the search for Lord Hien commanded my full attention. Mayhap it would be to both our benefit if we were to see the reality of Doma for ourselves, for did my lord not bid me to learn the truth of her heart? Let's do this together, Rose. Let's go among the people and with our own eyes bear witness to their hardship. As a foreigner in these lands, your reputation does not precede you. Moreover, unlike Kosetsu, I can accompany you without attracting unwanted attention. I'd like to join you if that's alright. By all means, we should be glad of your company and your perspective. Nam-A-I is not far away. I say we begin there. We kinda already got the feeling and vibe of Nam-A-I, and they are not a fan of the rebellion, I will tell you what. I'm good. It snowed at school today. It was super awesome. Sounds like you had a fun time with that. Yeah, we have a blizzard coming up tomorrow. So I'll be working from home. I normally do on Thursdays anyways, but we'll see how that goes. Yanxia. Yanxia. Not Yanxia. Yanxia. Like Yamcha in the same way, I guess. It's the best way that I've come to remember. Yeah, so the House of the Fierce unattuned, and it doesn't look like I can attune it. Not, at least not as of right now. I was gonna play paintball with friends last Saturday for his birthday. That's awesome. I'm sure that was a fun time. Yeah, how in the world have they not found this hideout? Like, it's right outside the village, so Nam-A-I at least kept that secret safe, even with all the death and destruction. To be so easy for someone to save their family member, but to just sell out the Liberation Front, right? So that is interesting, I will say. It was fun, but also scary. Oh yeah. Definitely make sure if you weren't, you definitely need to in the future wear the appropriate gear, otherwise it can be quite terrifying. Even with, it can be quite terrifying, but hopefully you had a fun time nonetheless. Rose, I'm glad to see that you two put thought into your garments given the covert nature of our activities. Eh? I think my reason's obvious. The entire village was, to enter the village while wearing the garb of the shinobi would be beyond reckless. We shall pose as traveling merchants, Rose as our leader, and we as her assistants. Are there any objections? I'm not really the merchant type, but if you think that this is the best way to go about it, I'll trust you. Guy in the top of the head and helmet. Allah, gotcha. Then without further ado, let's begin. At least you're wearing a helmet and hopefully eye protection to boot. The eye protection is extremely important. A lot of people don't really heed it any mind, and that's how you lose an eye. Weren't you the one who came with the general? No? I see. My mistake. It warms my heart to see traveling merchants in Nam-A-I again. Though the Imperials never sealed our borders, folks like you have taken to avoiding Yanxia ever since the rebellion. Unfortunately, that has only made it harder for us to survive. You may have noticed, but we lack for a great many things. It was not so much better before, true, but it has only gotten worse. I wonder if we can use our ties to the trading company to help Nam-A-I. Yeah, I don't want to go blind. Yeah, that would be a tad unfortunate. Just a tad. Oh, Falcon Porter. Let me talk to you real quick before I do forget. There's Chigusa. You, a merchant? Forgive me my skepticism, but you strike me less a woman of commerce and more a common sellsword. Give your best impression of Hancock. Best smile. That does little to assuage my doubts, and if anything makes me clutch my coin purse tighter. You, a merchant? So it looks like we need to give her best smile. I stand corrected. Such a warm and cordial nature you possess. I pray you forgive me my earlier rudeness. It has been some time since the Viceroy came to our village to purge it of insurgents. Those who resisted suffered terribly, and those who did not fared little better. We who remain know better than to risk her ire. If the Imperials demand laborers, we comply. If they demand conscripts to send as soldiers to other provinces, we obey. Ours is a difficult life, with little in the way of luxuries. I know not what you sell, merchant, but I doubt that I or anyone else here can afford it. Interesting. The conscripts is an interesting thought there, though, because if, in instance, there is a rebellion that appears successful, the conscripts might actually be so implored or impassioned to join the rebellion, which would be rather beneficial. Child merchant with meat perchance. Bah, better not to know when I have so little coin. I feel her eyes upon me. You know not the Lupin. Surely you have not been long in Xianxia, else you would. For generations we served the lords of Doma, compassionate and wise as they were, but the memories of such times fade with every passing day, as others will tell you. Lupin. So a new beast, new tribe of sorts. Mi-ama. Foreign peddlers in Namai, whatever it is you sell, I have no money to buy. Perhaps you should go elsewhere. Saying that I know of no village in Xianxia that has fared any better. Once I would have directed you to the samurai lords of Monzan, but had they not all died in battle or in the purges. There's the Zoman Enclave, of course, but that lies beyond the Daryu Moon gates. Needless to say, the Imperials are disinclined to let any but their own pass. Interesting. Let's drop on down. I'm but a merchant, jumping off a cliff. Rose, what have you learned? No one has any money, and scarce resources at that. Lisa and I acquired much of the same. They have been pushed beyond the brink. I expected frustration and disillusionment, not so much that they would come to question the wisdom of opposing Imperial rule in the first place. Unless we can convince them otherwise, I fear I cannot convince Lord Hien to return, and without him... Let's not yet lose hope. Though the situation in Namai is bleak, mayhaps it is not so elsewhere. I wish to speak with others outside the village. Lisa and I will look for farmers in the paddies to the east. Rose, I ask that you look to the south. Surely they cannot all have given in to despair. Oh, and before we do that, looks like we did in fact get some side quests as well. Let's start gathering those up. This is, ooh, looks like we're starting to get gear above 270. We love that. You've doubtlessly already taken in the paddy fields that fill Namai. We rice farmers consider our paddies as children. They certainly require just as much attention. There is rarely a day we do not worry about pests or something else that might do our fields harm. If you'd like to know more about life in our village, why don't you try helping us tend to our paddies? Speak of my husband, Agita. I know he will be glad for any help he can get. Okay. Aohata. You there, fancy making some gil? There's a bamboo thicket nearby that the villagers often take for to make scarecrows. However, some mad weasels have appeared in the area of late, and no one has been able to collect any bamboo since. Word has it there are 3 of them. I'll reward you if you're able to slaughter the whole bunch. Easy enough. looks like they're up here. Hi, friend. Having a fun time there? Ojo. There's so many frivolous things in this world. We all obsess ourselves with meaningless trinkets, and no one stops to consider important things like terraced paddy fields. The stones that support each field are in need of constant repair, and yet no one seems to care. It's a tough job for one man alone. From the look of you, I'd say you are capable of lifting a stone or two. Would you mind lending me your strength? I will take care of the repair work myself. I simply need you to move several piles of stones to the south closer to the rice paddies. All right. And then it looks like there is a quest down here as well. Fukata. Hello there, traveler. I require your help if you have the time. While I belong to the Doman Liberation Front, I'm also a proud resident of Namai with my own responsibilities to the village. I've been told to guard the spring, and under no circumstances am I to leave my post. However, there's another job related to the village I need to take care of. I was hoping you might do it in my stead. Here, take this liquid and sprinkle it around the area over there. You have my thanks. Alright, easy enough. Well, let's start in that case. Looks like we need to get up. I was wondering that there was a direct route there, but there is not. There is one right here. So we're sprinkling a liquid. Smelly liquid. I wonder if it is to deter pests. As we did here, that is a constant struggle. Looks like it's further up. Yeah, I think we're still nowhere close to the next aetheryte. Still further to the west, so we have some time before we are gathering up those aetherytes. Or aether currents, more accurately. Manazuru. Agita. You'd like to help me tend my fields? That sounds fantastic to me. There aren't too many young folks left in the village, and rice farming is hard work, let me tell you. Firstly, I would have you remove the arrowhead from my fields. It is a pesky weed that inhibits the growth of the rice plants. Come speak with me once you are done. I wonder why it's called the arrowhead plant, or weed. I guess it would probably be shaped like an arrowhead. That would make the most sense, but it doesn't necessarily look like that. Maybe it's the shape of the roots. But initially they said arrowheads. I was thinking they were actual arrows. I see you have worked up quite a sweat. Thanks for helping. Namai is actually a local term for the arrowhead. It does make you wonder just who thought naming a village after a weed was a good idea. Next, we need to deal with any pests that lurk in the paddies. Although it will not be your job per se. You'll use the house sparrows I have trained for the task. I keep them in the bird cage. Please set them free near my paddy fields. Once they have all flown from the cage, clap your hands. I've trained them to recognize that as their signal to begin working. Okay. So let's release the birds and then clap. And off they go. I mean, it's very smart using wildlife to manage the pests, though do always need to be careful of that. Thanks so much for all your help. I will not be needing to worry about pests for the time being. I told my wife to give you some compensation for your troubles. Go on ahead and talk to her. I still have work to take care of from here. Close enough to this, might as well. And we have some other things around the area to do as well. Honami. Hello again, I do hope the work was not too hard on you. It is not an easy job, but a sense of satisfaction when you are able to taste the very rice you have reaped. Words do not do the sensation justice. Harvest is still a long way off, but we are ready to put the work in. We all need is a little help from the weather and things will be fine. I almost forgot. Here is your payment for today. So, we're now looking at 273 gear. So let's do that. Okay, current allows you to better understand areas movements. Recommended gear, that's right, it should be in here. Let's paste in the armory chest. And recommended, yep, perfect. Let's see, closest one, let's hit up this one down here. Some stones we need to carry. Looks like 3 stacks of stones here. And then there's another spot to sprinkle the smelly liquid. 4 stacks. Let's grab all these. We'll grab the smelly liquid as well. And then go to the next location. What up this last one, which is at the top of the hill? At the very end, because then I can just jump off and go back down to the person who gave me the quest in the first place. Okay, looks like I need to go up. Looks like there's a way to do so if we go up and around the right. From what I'm seeing, though there's also looks to be a bit of a pathway here potentially. Mini Obi. Water Sprite. No idea what I'm doing here. Moving some stones. Alright, next area looks to be down below. Don't mind me jumping onto your rice plots. The OBs are aggressive. Interesting. Ugh, okay, fine, you menaces. Actually, you're dealing a decent amount of damage. To be fair, I'm not exactly many levels above them at this point in time. Right, 9 seconds on cooldown. So after our next rotation, we should be able to hit that up. I want to clip, so we'll do this. I guess that a decent amount of damage through and through. Alright, let's see where there's some more things to do. Rhino beetles. I think that's them as Q here, the one that leaves behind. However, there is also a side quest out there, so we should probably do that too when we have a moment. So it's a mining location here. Looks like that's down, but there's one up. So let's go up before down, and we should probably do these first, I suppose. Unless we end up wasting time. I'm gonna do this as efficiently as possible, as per usual. How's on me? A tiny caterpillar. Oh, I just messed that up. I was supposed to do that before Royal Thorny. Clipped a little bit, but I'm not too concerned about it. Like I said, we're not exactly that far above as far as level's concerned. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you hadn't come along, I don't know what I would have done. What am I doing out here? Oh, looking for flowers. I need some for my parents' graves. Well, that's freaking sad. The ones my brother and I usually bring are yellow because it was my mother's favorite color. You haven't seen any, have you? I haven't, but I can definitely look for some. Okay, I see. So there's some over there. Oh, before we do that, let's go out here and do this side quest. Watering Basin. Whoa. The cutscene didn't really do it justice, but that thing's huge. River Hornbill. I think we're taking out the weasels. I wonder what that led up to at some point. Frickin' big frickin' weasels here you have, friend. Thankfully, they're not too bad as far as health is concerned. Oh, though they do have a stun. Forgot to hit Holy Spirit. Got a bit distracted by the whole stun AoE thing. Let's hit Holy Spirit, and then we'll hit... Oh, you're already dead. Never mind. Never mind. They did. Guess on the bright side, we're progressing MSQ at the same time. To be fair, I'm pretty sure that the side quests were there before I activated the MSQ, and normally I would have waited to do the MSQ altogether. But all's well, we're already here. Golden Carnation. Ugh. Well, okay. Here we are, I guess. Honestly, this actually kind of hurt me. Hi, friends. I'm gonna need you to, like, maybe knock it off just a little. Actually, I'm gonna pop clumsy. I never do. But honestly, I think I need it a little bit. I popped all the ground, but here we are. I guess it ensures I don't go below a certain point, so that works out. But yeah, that was a lot more damage than I was expecting. I'll give credit where it's credit's due. Let's go back and talk to our friend Aohata. And we'll continue the side quest as well. Hear that this rhino beetle's gonna aggro on me though. One yellow ones will do. Only yellow ones will do. Mother wouldn't have wanted anything else. Ah, you found some. Thank you so much, miss. That's twice you saved me now. If you have some time to spare, maybe you could come with me. I'm sure Mother and Father would want to meet the woman who showed me such kindness. We buried them on the cliff to the west of the village. There's a path through the terraces. I'll show you. That reminds me, we're not exactly that much farther west, so I doubt we're close. South, looks like. You're in combat, so as much as I do want to just jump right off, we're gonna have to wait to disengage. It looks like theirs is up. That's up as well. Oh boy, oh boy. Trying to be efficient is becoming inefficient very quickly. Let's see. We see destination here, so this is the rocks, which we have 3 more destinations, I believe. And then we need to go down over here. And that's for the smelly liquid. Okay. And then looks like I might be able to go up the hillside here. It's actually very beneficial for me. Not sure about that though, unfortunately. That's fine. We can get up the hillside here. We can complete that side quest and then do the 2 other rocks and that 1 other smelly liquid. And unless there's continuations of these side quests, that should be it. And then we can focus in on that one's Q specifically. Mini OB. Oh, that one's the wrong way. Did I? Yeah, I guess I did. I have to go back to go forward. There we go. It's already been an hour. The side quests do take up a decent amount of time, even if we are being efficient, but we've made it through a few MSQ quests, so I'm happy with that. I think it was 19 of them between where we finished Lord of Revel and now. Between Lord of Revel and the next dungeon, that is. Oh, Hata. Finished? Fantastic! Now that I think of it, there was a time when the villagers used something other than scarecrows to protect their fields. Apparently people used to prop up the impaled carcasses of beasts in order to ward off vermin. Some say they used the corpses of baby weasels. Perhaps we only have ourselves to blame for our recent predicament. Yeah, that would probably be a reason why they might dislike you, friend. Let's do this, the smelly liquid, and then that's all the side quests right now, like I said, unless there's a continuation. Three of 4. Smelly liquid location up here. Works out that we're doing this last one over here as well with Hojo, because we should be able to go directly to them to finish that. Perfect. That quest is done. And last rock pile right here. Perfect. Oh. Not as tired as I was yesterday. Still a bit tired though. Thank you very much. Now begins the hard work. One does not simply pile the stones aimlessly. There's a special technique that must be employed. I have been training an apprentice, but they were conscripted by that blasted Imperial army. Not a day goes by that I do not long for their return. Ah, but there I go, sharing my entire life story with a total stranger yet again. Here is your reward. Alright, let's jump down. Finished already, fantastic! No doubt you're wondering just why the liquid smells so foul. Well, it is made from a mixture of pungent ingredients, animal innards, resin, and garlic, to name but a few. It does a fantastic job of keeping beasts at bay. One of my friends in the Alamegan Resistance taught me how to make it. Oh, and you will want to give your clothes, let's see, 3 thorough scrubbings ought to do it. Fair enough. Alright, well, let's go up and continue the MSQ then. The only other one that we have is Plunder on High, which we can't do right now. I might need to look that up as far as the Ruby Sea and how to get the last Aether Current, because hell if I know where it is. Though I wonder... Hold up. I wonder something. Yep, that would be it. I need to do the Palace of Lost Souls. Shoot. I might need to ask my static if they can jump on. We can do that at some point, because I think that's the last Aether Current. I think everyone is going to reach that at some point, right? So that would be beneficial for all involved. Alright, but it looks like we're going in the right direction. And that would allow me to do Plunder on High. Okay, cool. Hi, Rhino Beetle. It didn't aggro? That one did, though. Maybe should be out of range, right? Hey, it's an Aether Current. I'm gonna grab that real quick click. I was wondering if we could jump down there. The answer seems to be yes. Southeast, so over this way. We're here. Just give me a moment to put down the flowers and I'll introduce you. Well, this is sad. They love to meet travelers and hear tales of faraway places. Maybe you could tell them one about your homeland. Azami! Azami! Are you there? Azami! What in the... You should not be here. Get away from my sister. Don't be so rude. She saved me from the monsters. Brother, she even helped me pick flowers for mother and father. Go back to the village, now. You're scaring me. I said go! Stay inside and lock the door until I return. I'm gonna hit you with the blunt side of my fucking sword in a moment. Don't think me ungrateful. My sister's the only family I have. If you saved her, then thank you. But Jane's nothing. I asked you to leave, and now I'm asking you again. I'm not going to report you to the Imperials or anything stupid like that, but it's too dangerous for you to stay here, so please, I'm begging you, just leave us alone. So she told, did she? Yes, that's right. My mother and father believed in rebellion. They left to fight for Lord Cayenne. They came home on a cart driven by Imperial soldiers. The soldiers demanded that the families of the insurgents present themselves or else they'll burn the whole village to the ground. So we did. What choice did we have? They beat us in the village square with their hands, with sticks, with anything. They kicked us while we lay on the ground begging for mercy. They made us denounce my mother and father, call them fools, call them traitors, say they deserve to die. I heard them laugh, but I dared not look up. One leaned close and whispered in my ear what he'd do to my sister if they'd had to come back. They're gone, but they're never far. All it takes is the wrong word in the wrong ear, and they'll return. And then I'll have to dig another grave if I'm lucky. Whatever you came here to do, leave us out of it. If you want to fight the Imperials, go and fight them on your own. You can't help us. No one can. And this is all we got. So please, don't take it from us. Like I said, the peace under tyrants is still peace. That was much sadder than I expected. Like I said, I imagine going to the grave of your dead parents is sad enough, but that was even more so. Should be able to jump down, talk to Giri and Lise. You are come at a good time, Rose. We but recently completed our inquiries. What of yours? I was not aware of these events. The boy, Issei, he told you all of this? Such disgraceful, despicable crimes. If I knew the men responsible, I'd not hesitate to hunt them down and... Forgive me, that outburst was unbecoming. The more I learn of the Imperial's actions in my absence, the more difficult I find it to marshal my emotions. Could Lord Hien have seen this? That our people's spirits would be broken so? Though at first I scoffed at his pronouncement, it feels all too possible now that he might resolve to surrender himself. So this is 273 gear now. So we do want to grab the tank armor. Does mean we also are going to want to update and also use our glamour plate. Despite everything we have seen and learned, I refuse to renounce this cause. We should return to the House of the Fierce and consult with our comrades. Perhaps together we might... Did you hear that? Quickly! We must find a place to hide. Oh, more side quests. Can you fight? There was a warthog trying to eat my entire harvest. One of my friends went off to fight it, but he is no warrior. If you're willing to help, please head for my patties before the situation worsens. To be fair, as of this moment, neither am I. I'm a paladin. Such a stupid joke. I lost my grandchild. Please help me search for him. He was right next to me until a short while ago. I cannot believe I lost sight of him so easily. He was asking a lot of questions about the One River. Perhaps he went there searching for something. Though I truly hope that is not the case, I've heard that a group of Lupin looters roam the area of late. Please search along the One River for my grandson. I shall continue to look for him here. Let's grab the side quests. Masatsuchi. Masatsuchi. A hunger like this I've never known before. Hello there. Would you mind if I asked something of you? I'd be ever so grateful if you saw fit to hunt a tiger or two on my behalf. There's nothing better than a fine cut of tiger meat. What say you? Please, I'm on the verge of starving. Alright, so it looks like another Aether side quest, or at least something that unlocks something, so always important to do those. Priority will always be MSQ, job quests, and then unlockables. I ask you to help with a problem of mine. It concerns some water serpents that recently infested the One River. They used to only be found further to the west, but for one reason or another, some have found their way closer to Namai. If prepared properly, they are quite delectable. However, there are far more in the river than once could ever hope to cook. No, their numbers must be controlled by other means. Please slay a few for me, enough to stop them from taking the whole river for their own. Oh, and should you happen to get your hands on a few of their livers, please deliver them to my husband, Senti. You will find him in Drunken Toads to the east. Okay, so this is pretty far spread. Let's go up here first. I think would be the play, and then we kind of go from there. Hello again, Hojo. How goes the wall? As stony as ever, I see. It looks like we're on the same level as what we're looking for. Minobi. What are the Minobi, I wonder? Looks like this is the place down the tigers. Hello. Zangxian Tiger. Trying to take on one at a time. Holy Spirit. aren't too bad. Alright, friend, you're next. Alright, let's hit this. Yeah, staggering it at least one is probably best for me so I don't end up flipping. That tiger. Looks like that one's done and dusted. Let's go further down. That looks to be on a cliffside. Looks like we should be able to get there if we go down then up, or can we get there from back here, I wonder? Looks like you might be able to drop down onto it. The map is correct, at least. Now, we are in combat, so mind that fact. Ugh, the Minobi also ended up attacking. Almost forgot about Holy Spirit there for a second. Get 2 Holy Spirits into the fight or flight window, so that's exactly what we wanted. We don't need to take out the Minobi, but I'll take care of it anyways. Thank you for your help, kind stranger. It does not bear to think what would have happened had you not come. I grabbed a blade and rushed to Shinden's patties as soon as I heard that the hog had appeared. However, my courage deserted me when I needed it most. You, on the other hand, are clearly a fine warrior. No, you mistake me. I'm a paladin. My thanks for coming when you did. I have to every time. Let's see. Let's go this way and down. And I guess we'll try and head up Whacking Day into Wolves and Weeds. And then we'll just teleport back to the Aetheryte and do it all at the same time. Hello, Rhino Beetle. Why you attack me? What did I do to disturb you? And I think the next Aether current is nearby as well. Southeast, so probably closer to Wolves and Weeds. Let's see here. Looks like a few of them serpents right here. Perfect. We need to kill 3. Dead. I was like, why am I not going on to my next thing? What's going on? Well, it's dead, that's why. Perfect. 20 seconds to pull Fighter Flights back up, as well as Goring Blade. Kind of forgot where my stun was, not gonna lie. Honestly, what I should probably do is have my stun on like a different button. Alright, so now it looks like we need to go across the river here. This is called the One River, correct? Eastern Rayuan Bridge. Listening Basin. To the east. It gets further that way. Oh, look at that. It's actually up there near the side quest. Well, that works out. Probably aggro the water serpent, or not. I don't know why sometimes I can be right in their face and they just do not aggro. Very odd. The weasel on the hand said, yeah, about that. Alright, get the rotation. And next one is to the south, so directly down here. We won't have to go there for a while, at least not as of right now, so... I was a small child... Where would I be? Not there. I don't necessarily... Oh, there we go. The big blue bubble would tell me where. Grandfather's looking for me, you say, but I cannot go back just yet. I'm still searching for which was taken from me. As my own business gathering mugworts when some nasty lupin stole them right from out my hands. Would you ask the lupin if they would give back my plants? You'll find them on the other side of the river. I imagine not without some fighting and or a trade of sorts. Might be a trade of blows, but a trade nonetheless. What is that? I haven't seen you before. Tanaga. South. So still further south. And we also have, what are those? It looks like something out of frickin' Venara. It's like something out of frickin' Elden Ring. You'd have us return some insignificant child's mugworts. Do not make me laugh. This whole area belongs to us, including any plants that may happen to be plucked by a child of man. Yeah, about that, friend. That ain't gonna fly with me. I clipped a little bit there, unfortunately. We still got the second Holy Spirit into the rotation, so that works out. And done and dusted. Alright, let's bring him back to the small child. And I don't care about the Eorzean time as much, not doing as much timed content. Mendable's Lockjaw. Interesting name there, friend. Guess we'll get a few water serpents on us. And we might end up aggroing the weasel here as well, but looks like we're able to pass by. Did you get them to return my mugworts? You know, I did. My own way. Oh, thank you so much. I was trying to collect plants to make some medicine. I read about it in one of my grandfather's botanistry books. There are so many sick people in the village, I just want to help. There's one more thing I need for the medicine, waterweed. I tried to fish some out of the river earlier with a pole, but I didn't have much luck. Could you get some for me? Sure. That seems easy enough. I get the feeling, though, that I will have to dive for it. Hello, weasels. Alright, yep, it looks like we will have to die for it after all. Might as well get right above before we do. I do like the fact that they're incorporating the dive and swim mechanics throughout the game. It's not just the one-off, like, look at this, you can do this thing now. It's a, hey, look at this, you can do this thing. And not to mention that you can just do it, it's going to be incorporated in quote-unquote meaningful ways throughout your journey. Alright, summon our chocobo. That weasel there might get aggroed, and as well as that one. Needs one so far, I'll just take a wide berth. Rather, give it a wide berth. Need to get some waterweed. Yay, now I have everything I need. I'll go back to grandfather now. Thanks for your help. Alright, and that should be everything. So let's teleport back to Namai. Let's finish up our quest lines. And then continue our MSQ. We have enough time to do so, I think. The meat, do you have it? Oh my, it's truly magnificent. It has been too long since I last dined on tiger. I haven't been able to do much hunting ever since I was blinded in one eye during a battle 25 years ago. The village chief at the time took me in and fed me. In return, I promised to work the fields for him and the villagers. It is tiring work, but I know this meat will give me the strength to carry on. My thanks once again for delivering this to me. I shall savor every single bite. Mission done. Thank you for helping. My friend told me everything. We are truly at nature's mercy these days. Anyone capable of fighting in our village has long since been conscripted into the Imperial Army. Who knows where they are currently being forced to do battle. I do hope that the day comes when they are able to return to Namai. Ah, but this is no story to be telling a complete stranger. Allow me to thank you once again. You have done me a great service. My grand says at last return, he told me all about how you helped him gather the ingredients he needed to make medicine. While I'm glad he has grown to be a kind-hearted boy, there is still much he need to learn about discipline and manners. However, those Lupins should really know better than to steal from a mere child. Their grace was once famed for being loyal vassals to some of the Doman's mightiest warlords. When Doma was crushed by the Empire, some of them managed to escape, choosing to live as bandits. It pains me to see our race, once so proud, fall so low. Something else we have Garlemald to thank for, I suppose. And we don't need any of these, so we'll grab the materia. And then we'll head over this way as well. And then we'll get through our next bit of MSQ. I like how they're like, we need to hide. I'm like, oh yes, hide, you say. I'm going to go do things for friends of the village. Zangshin Tiger. Senti. You have business with me, traveler. Yes, I do. Here's some livers. Water serpent livers, but why do you think to bring these to me? Ah, my wife put you up to it, did she? It's Zaren's thing, so she'll boil these and eat them shortly. Back in the day, when I made my living transporting rice up and down the river, I used to slay any water serpents I saw and take them home to cook. Of course, that all stopped once the Empire blocked off the one river. It is thanks to nature and kind strangers like you that I'm able to put food on my table these days. Thank you so much. You there, traveler, if you have time, I'd appreciate your help. I was reading around the other day and came across these iron leg traps. I'd love to make use of them and go hunting, but I know I'd only aggravate an old injury of mine. Would you mind setting them up on my behalf? I have marked the locations where I want them placed on this map. Make sure you do not accidentally trap your own leg when you are setting them. Now I'm kind of tempted to see if that were what would happen if I did so. I'm also curious if I can capture the tiger. Oh, I was really hoping that it would like do some damage and like slow me, and then I'd have to like interact or reset it. It'd be kind of funny. I doubt it would work on the tiger though, right? Yeah, guess we'll find out. Come here. I has trap for you. Nope. Oh, those things are freaking useless. Thankfully, the tigers are not exactly difficult to beat, so not too worried. Alright, and then we need to go down this way for the final view. Yeah, I do wish that the traps were a little bit more interactive in that regard, but oh well. Four or six. Let's hit up this one. And the last one is pretty close to our quest giver. Like how the quest is called Not Safe for Children. I mean, I guess that metal leg traps would not be safe for children, in fact. It's not safe for most. Though, to be honest, your tricking system seems to be a little bit off, so who knows, maybe it's safe for everyone. Because me and my chocobo can go right on over. Not a problem. Yeah, aggro on me. You can, yep. You know, I spoke too soon. See if they fall off before I get here to the drunken toad. It does. I take it you are finished, my thanks. In the old days, I used to be quite handy with an axe. I could hunt all kinds of wild beasts without relying on silly traps. I even did my part in resisting the Empire when they invaded. However, a shot to my leg put an end to that. Every now and then, the pain will flare up and I'm paralyzed until it abates. Do not worry, I'll check the traps once I'm able. Here, take this for helping me. Yeah, it's a quest line. Hello again, kind traveler. If you're up to it, there's something else I would like to ask you. I need the firewood you see behind me to deliver to my wife, Kohagi, in Namai. I also need to check if the net I placed in nearby stream caught any fish. If it did, pray take the spoils to Kohagi as well. Okay, so let's grab the firewood. And then we need to check the net. Okay, which is over here. The stream's pretty shallow, so I'm not sure what you'd be catching. Not to mention what the source of the stream is. And I guess if they're fish, they're a fish. I guess it gets a bit deeper out here. Looks like a trout was found. Fair enough. Looks like the trout either maybe swim upstream or they come, they swim downstream. I guess you'd be able to observe it, technically speaking, and determine where to lay the trap. Oh, hello there. Have we met before? Ah, my husband asked you to bring me these. Thank you for your kindness. I shall exchange the firewood and trout for rice. Our family does not own a patty, so we put rice on our table by trading those with those in Namai who do. We must be thankful for the spring water that flows from the heart of the Gensui chain. Without the life it sustains, we would have nothing to trade and no way of feeding ourselves. All right, and looks like that is actually the end of that quest line. So let us finish, or let us move on to the MSQ, where we are now hiding what I imagine from are the Imperials. Let's better look at the Lupin. Huh. Surprised that isn't a race that you could theoretically choose to be.
Imperials.
The thing is, if we step in, then the village gets branded as traitorous and seditious, right? But if we do nothing, it could mean that people here will die. Theoretically speaking, forcing them into an unwinnable situation. But the death of few for the lives of many is the question, right?
Why are you milling about like a pack of slack-jawed mongrels? Form a line! Now!
Well, that's not promising.
Finally. I come before you today to deliver an announcement of the highest import. So listen well.
Okay, just an announcement.
While on a charitable mission to Isari village, the acting viceroy and her personal guard came under attack from Confederate forces. This brazen, unconscionable act cannot and will not go unanswered.
So are they conscripting all the men?
As loyal subjects of the Empire, who enjoy her safety and prosperity, you have a duty to defend her as well.
Yep, that's exactly what they're doing.
There is no cause for alarm. We have no intention of sending ill-trained fodder to the front line.
Oh, instead of food tax?
Those who are selected will be expected to perform rudimentary tasks.
Okay, so still conscripting.
Cleaning and maintenance and so forth. You will serve only as long as you are needed. Afterwards, you'll be free to return to your homes.
Press X to doubt on that one there, friend.
You first.
Please. The Lupin.
The Empire has no pressing need of cleaners. This is but a thinly veiled attempt to intimidate those who supported the Confederacy's actions, and isolate any whose loyalty they already suspect.
And lastly, you. That should suffice for now.
Don't worry, I will be back before you know it. Listen to the elders while I'm away, and do not play outside the village. Everything is going to be fine. I love you, all right? Remember that I love you.
We thank you for your cooperation. Rest assured that this will all be over very soon, once the Confederacy has been made to pay our own ruby tithe.
Interesting. Well, that's not imposing or anything. Not to mention the people they take away then hurts the village and their
There's no
ability to
telling
generate
what
food.
might happen to those people. We have to help them.
If we do, that only seals their fate.
But before all else, we must needs ascertain their destination. I doubt this is the first village the Garleans have visited, nor is it like to be the last. I will track these men. Will you help me?
Well, okay, so even if we do, though, what then?
Return to our headquarters and tell the others what you saw here. Should we have need of reinforcements, I would know that they are ready.
But I should be going with you. I came here to fight!
Oh, Lise, we need to understand that.
Soon enough, Lise. Soon enough.
Yeah.
For now, we must proceed with caution.
Giri is right, and the level-headed one here between the two of you.
I know that, I do. It's just, when I saw them rounding those people up... Look, if anything happens, anything at all, you'd better call for us. I mean it, Giri. Anything at all.
The thing is, even if we do ascertain their destination, even if we were to have a chance to assist them in theoretically escaping, what then? You know, they get branded heretics and enemies of the Empire. They theirs are then killed and are rounded up and conscripted and etc, etc, etc. It's a losing situation, unfortunately. Regardless of what the officer claimed, I fear they have crueler designs for these people. With me, Rose, we must hurry. Bad ideas, a lot of it. The question is, even if they have ill intent for the people in question, we would be sacrificing the entire village potentially by doing this. Because we potentially expose that the village has been harboring enemies of the Empire. None of it is really gonna work out well, I can tell. Given the circumstance, we must take every effort to remain from needless violence. Here, it is a Shinobi's tool for when more discreet approach is required. Use it with these darts. They are coated with an alchemical reagent that induces deep sleep. There are soldiers patrolling ahead. Where circumstances different, we could engage them directly, but for the village's sake, we dare not risk it. We'll use our blowguns to incapacitate them. Regardless of your familiarity with such weapons, you are a veteran warrior, and I'm sure it will come naturally to you. Nonetheless, practice is in order. I'm pretty sure I've actually used this once before. It was, where did I practice this? Wasn't it in little Alamigo? Or Alamigo, rather. They had soldiers on the hill below. Take aim and fire. If the dart finds its mark, he should fall off in moments. With just surroundings for an Imperial soldier, you have camera as well as zoom in and out target soldier and use the blowgun. I doubt that it has any real drop. Yeah. Even that, though, ugh. Well done, my friend. Now give me your map. There is a vantage point from which you may observe and fire upon the other soldiers. Or not, I shall be with you every step of the way, keeping watch for other patrols. We shall speak again on the other side of the river. But even now, we risk the wrath of the Empire against the very village we intend to save. This seems very much misguided, but that is me. Me and my opinions. Let's see, is that a soldier down there? Oh, there are many. So, realistically speaking, that one's over seen there. This one's by themselves. So let's hit you. Hit you. And then you. That way we can then hit you. And finally, the one out here. Man, almost fell into the water and drowned. The last Muriel soldier crumples to the ground asleep. You put away your blowgun and prepare to rejoin Yugiri. Notice the word prepare, which means we do not, in fact, at least not right away. Oh, or maybe we do. I thought it was going to be a cutscene or something, and something was going to happen. Who's this? Just a random person, random player. Alright, we can cross the river this way. That way we don't have to go for a swim. As far as the Aether current is concerned, should be nearby, no? Looks like further to the south, further than where we're going, I imagine. Maybe not. I think it's probably around here, but we'll take a quick detour. If we see it, we'll go grab it. $224. So yeah, we'll have to take a bit of a detour, and maybe we'll grab it after this. Or even during, in fact. Lupin Bowman. Excellent work, Rose. They appear to be none the wiser. The villagers are being held in the castrum to the south, Fulminus. Once it was the base of operations for the Garland occupation until 10 or so years ago when they relocated to Doma Castle. Now the castrum serves as a little more than a storage facility. I spy 2 sentries near the gate. As you have proven yourself to be to have impeccable aim, that's getting incapacitated them. This very hill should afford a clean shot. This is a mistake. Oh, yes, it is. Is there only one? Oh, there's 2. There's 2, but I only see 1. Interesting. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I was trying to avoid exactly that. I'll see if the objective we had a bit more information. 2 sentries slumber side by side. No others appear to be forthcoming. Fine work, Rose. You have a gift for the ways of the shinobi. The way is clear. Let us move closer and see what has become of the villagers. I imagine much like with Heavensward, if I were to be using the ninja job right now, my dialogue that I get, especially from Yugiri, might be a little bit different, which would be kind of interesting. I thought about that as well with the Dragoon in Heavensward. Oh, there's everyone. Sir, the on from the other villages are assembled for inspection. Very good, I'll address them personally. Attention, surely you will be transported to the facility on the distant shore. Your duties, as you have been previously informed, will be rudimentary in nature. More specifically, you will be tasked with the repair and maintenance of various arms and armaments, as well as Magitech devices. Magitech, but we're farmers. We don't know the first thing about Magitech. It takes us months, if not years, to learn how to do this kind of work. The material in question was damaged when your kith and kin rose up in rebellion. Therefore, you bear responsibility for its repairs. If you cannot perform your duties, we'll learn how. And if you cannot learn how, then your villages may find themselves at the mercy of the Confederacy and other radical elements. Is that what you want? Deal with this rabble. I am needed at the castle. You were a poet and you didn't even know it. Interesting. There's no temporary measure. Those men and women will die in servitude. Once they are taken to other facility, it'll be too late. If we are to interview, we must do it now. Agreed? That's a bad idea. This is bad idea. Yay, we leveled up. Love that. No side quest to be done, so let's continue. Yeah, time probably we'll finish up this one. Despite the urgency of the situation, we must still proceed with the utmost caution to ensure the safety of the villagers. To wit, we must infiltrate the castle without raising the alarm. I will deal with any soldiers near the entrance. Stand watch for others approaching from the north until you hear my signal. So I go up over here. I love how there is the Castrum soundtrack and now it's like, oh yes, nice and peaceful. One with nature soundtrack. For a mercy, Spinal Imperial Patrol is bound for the Castrum. A hawk's cry pierces the silence. Yugiri is waiting. Nope, looks like they're all asleep and are dead. Speak softly, lest the others hear us. What of the outside? There's no way they haven't noticed, right? That is good. We proceed as planned. These ones shall not soon wake, however the others are too close to the villagers. Incapacitating them as I did these ones is far too risky. Fortunately, a solution presents itself. I would have you disguise yourself as an Imperial soldier and convince them that a changing of the guards is in order. You have your pick of uniforms. They shall not protest. Strapping soldier, spindly soldier, and stocky soldier. Guess you. These uniforms appears to be more or less your size. With all due care and consideration, you relieve the sleeping soldier of their uniform. You have chosen the one to your liking, then. Excellent. I shall hide these ones where none will find them. At the bottom of a lake. Our sleeping beauties have been laid to rest in their bunks. Oh, and while I was in the barracks, I happened upon these spare uniforms in case the items in your possession are not to your liking. Okay. The Skabato and Teko should match the Uwagi, Hakama, and Choka in your possession. With that, you have a full set. I'm sure that once you change, it'll seem as though it was bespoke. You will need to give the soldiers guarding the villagers a proper Imperial salute to complete the deception and convince them to come here, while I'll be waiting to deal with them. Imagine we still don't want to be seen by the dogs? Not that it might matter. Imperial salute. Imperial salute. I spelled it wrong, didn't I? Salute. Is it time already? Not that I'm complaining, mind, but I thought the others would be gone longer. You know, the guard is it about playtime. Just looking at these on is making me depressed. Reminds me of when I was in their shoes, pissing myself in fear. Oh, so they are also a conscript. Interesting. I wonder if it's also very much like Alamigo, where the majority of the people or soldiers are conscripts. Oop. Well, that's mildly unfortunate in the world. I do not have as much health as I normally do to deal with you. Worst comes worst, we can use Clemency to heal, so I'm not exactly too concerned in the grand scheme of things. Interesting choice to do that. These ones shall sleep soundly along with the others. And with that, there are no more soldiers to trouble us. You can dispose of the accursed uniform too. It's time to guide the villagers to freedom. In that case, let's use recommended gear. This will probably be the last part of the MSQ that we do. They die. So it looks like what we're seeing in the chat is a hunt train. Interesting. Oh hey, look at that, there's Aetheryte. When you're done with Final Fantasy, do you want to join for DPD? Sure! I'll be done in just a moment.
Listen to me, all of you. We have dealt with the Imperials for now, but you must flee this place quickly.
Dealt with them? Oh no. You didn't kill them, did you?
No, no, no.
Are you mad? There's no escaping the Empire. Running will only make it worse.
Yep.
To stay is to die. You know this to be true.
Yep, but...
Even if you lack the will to fight, surely you have the will to live! Or has that, too, been beaten out of you? Is this what has become of Doma?
The question is, will they then hurt the villages if they return?
You were Lord Hion's retainer, trained to fight without fear and obey without question. Well, we're not. We're lost and afraid. We hate this, all of this, but we can't do a damn thing to change it. And trying will only make it worse. It's a pathetic existence, but it's all we got. And when people like you come here pretending it can be different, it doesn't help, all right?
People's spirit here is truly broken.
Peace. She came to help, and for that we should be grateful.
Elder, your face.
We all have scars. Some too many to bear. Too many battles. Too much lost. Our friends, our family, even our liege. We who survived are forced to bend the knee, to sell our souls and surrender our dignity. How are we to lift our heads when this shame weighs so heavily upon us? Your courage, your resolve, they are as salt in our wounds.
Or they themselves cannot rise up and fight or do not feel the ability to do so.
If they only knew what you would do for them, my lord. You have made your plight clear, and I shall impose my will no more. But know this, brothers and sisters of Doma. For all you have suffered, for all the horror and the ignominy, you are still here. You are still alive. My lord prays you value your life as highly as he does. As for me, I swear by all the Kami in creation that I will free you from this torment, no matter the cost.
If the Imperials come for me, I will tell them we were tricked by an Ori woman.
Tell them whatever you must, to keep your loved ones safe.
Is Issei the only one who will remain?
Why would you... After everything?
No, Issei also. Interesting. There's the end of that MSQ. I want to grab this Aether Current, though I feel like the Staoquan will attack me as I do. Shocker. I guess I have more HP to deal with it versus last time when I was using the Imperial's uniform. Let's attune. So here's the only kind of messy part. I want to actually go back to a sanctuary, but to do so means we have to come back out here again. I don't want to start the quest line either. I guess I'll just make it work. All right. Well, on that note, we are going to end the stream there. As always, guys, if you did enjoy the show and you haven't already, please make sure to that follow button. Also, check out our XIV campaign. We're trying to help heal kids at Sanford Children's Hospital here in Fargo, North Dakota. On that note, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow at 7 p.m. CST. Bye-bye!